everybody. Hope you are doing amazing and ready with your paper and pen to learn new topic today. So let's quickly get started. So before we learn today's topic, we will quickly revisit on one of the topic that you have already learnt in the past, and that is nothing but Pythagoras theorem. So now we know that Pythagoras theorem is something which is applied to right angle triangle. We know that we have three sides of right angle triangle, which is hypotenuse, base and perpendicular. So in Pythagoras theorem we say that the relationship between these three sides is hypotenuse square is equals to base square plus perpendicular square. Yes, so this is what a Pythagoras theorem is. Now we will quickly think over one question, that is, what are the two Pythagorean triplets whose member is 5? So we need to think of two triplets, okay? Each triplet is of 3 numbers. So now the one member of both the triplets is 5. And how will we get the answer? You must be thinking that we don't know that, but don't worry. Today we are going to get a mastery over Pythagorean triplets. How can we find the Pythagorean triplets? For any natural number m which is greater than 1, we can use these three terms and we can use a formula 2m square plus m square minus 1 whole square is equal to m square plus 1 whole square to form a Pythagorean triplet. So let's see how can we do it. Okay, so we have three terms, that is 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. So let's take any random number. For example, m is equal to 6. Now 2m is going to give us 2 multiplied by 6, which is 12. Now m square minus 1 is going to give us 6 square minus 1, which is 35. And then m square plus 1 is going to give us 6 square plus 1, which is 37. Now what are the triplets? We have got in the triplets 12, 35 and 37. But which of these is the hypotenuse? Now here the hypotenuse is actually bigger than base and this is bigger than perpendicular also. So now we will take the hypotenuse as 37. So 37 square is equal to 12 square plus 35 square. We can even verify it. 12 square is 144 and 35 square is, you remember we did it in the last video only, 5 square is 25. 3 times 4 is 12. So this is going to be 1225. And what is the square of 37? That is 1369. If we add these, then we get 1369 only. So that means it actually holded true and we can use this formula to calculate the Pythagorean triplet. It does not work in all the cases, but it works wherever we are taking the natural number m which is greater than 1. Okay, so let's go ahead and we will think of the question that I asked you in the beginning, that is, give two Pythagorean triplets whose member is 5. So now we know that we have the terms 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1, right? So can 2m give me 5? Of course not, because m should be natural number. Can m square minus 1 give me 5? Of course not, for that m square has to be 6. Now 6 is not a perfect square. Can m square plus 1 give me 5? Of course yes, because 4 is a perfect square. 4 plus 1 is going to be 5. So in this case, what is going to be m? M is going to be 2. 2 square plus 1, right? So this is going to give me actually one of the number is 5. Now I know that my m is 2. So if I put m2 over here, then what will I get? 2 square minus 1 is going to be 3 over here, and 2 multiplied by 2 is going to be 4 over here. So I got Pythagorean triplet over here, which is 4, 3 and 5. And I know that my hypotenuse is the biggest number out of these 3. So I can say that 5 square is equal to 4 square plus 3 square. So this actually worked out. 25 is equals to 16 plus 9. I hope you liked it and you understood it also. Now my second triplet that I have to figure out. I saw that there is only one way to make 5, which is from m square plus 1. That means this formula that we know, this is not going to work on it, right? If I have to find the another triplet, what will I do? Don't worry, we have learnt about square numbers. Why can't we use our knowledge of square numbers? We can try some random square numbers and we can try to figure out if it works or not. Let's say 5 square plus 7 square. Does it work out? Let's see. 25 plus 49, which is going to be 74. So this is not a perfect square. That means here this is not going to make a Pythagorean triplet. Let me try with 5 square plus 11 square. Yeah, so this is going to be 25 plus 121. So this is going to be 146. Is this a perfect square? Of course, this is not a perfect square. So this is not going to solve our purpose. Let's try with the next number. For example, 5 square plus 12 square. So this is going to be 25 plus 144. So this is 169, which is actually a square of 13. So yes, we have figured out one more Pythagorean triplet with the help of square number, and that is 5, 12 and 13. And the first one was 5, 4 and 3. So this solved our purpose. We have figured out two Pythagorean triplets whose member is 5. Yes. So let's quickly go ahead and practice one question. It says, write a Pythagorean triplet whose smallest member is 8. Now 2m, m square minus 1 and m square plus 1. So if smallest member is 8, that means m is going to be 4. So this can help us find the next two numbers in the triplet. Okay. So m square minus 1, which is going to be 4 square minus 1. So which is going to be 15. I hope you understood it. And then m square plus 1. So 4 square plus 1. So this is going to be 17. So we have three numbers, 8, 15 and 17. We can try this. 8 square plus 15 square is equal to 17 square, right? So 64 plus 225 is equal to 289. Yes, so we got it. Now we have figured out the Pythagorean triplet whose smallest member was 8. I hope you liked the topic. Now we will quickly summarize. We've learnt about Pythagoras theorem. We learnt that this is applied to right angle triangle and hypotenuse square is equal to base square plus perpendicular square. And then we learnt about the Pythagorean triplet. We can use this formula, 2m square plus m square minus 1 whole square is equal to m square plus 1 whole square to find the Pythagorean triplet. Okay, so brace yourself for what is next. In the upcoming lesson, we will learn more interesting stuff. Okay, so till then, stay tuned and excited. Bye-bye.